The Fantasy Football Guys is brought to you by Squarespace.
Squarespace is the easiest way to create a beautiful website, blog, or online store for you and your ideas.
Squarespace features an elegant interface, beautiful templates, and incredible 24/7 customer support.
Start building your website today at squarespace.com. Enter offer code FFG at checkout to get 10% off.
Squarespace. You should.
It's time for the Fantasy Football Guys. With fantasy football girth so thick, it makes Ron Jeremy weep like a little schoolgirl. Here they are, Lyle Conkeel and Kevin Moore, the Fantasy Football Guys.
That's right. We are the Fantasy Football Guys. Kevin. And we are streaming live on the Fantasy Football Guys channel on YouTube. Check us out on Twitter at TFFG and the Fantasy Football Guys at Facebook. Our own website, of course, thefantasyfootballguys.com. We're on SoundCloud. We're on the iTunes podcast app. We're on Stitcher. We're on Jabbercast. We're everywhere.
We're everywhere, bitches.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Well,
sorry, I was just watching the Godfather epic on HBO.
Dude, so
and
good.
Hyman Roth says, "We're bigger than U.S. Steel,
it's
Michael."
So good.
I
didn't know that could get much better, but when I watched it, I was like, I got chills, dude.
Had you ever seen them mashed like that before?
No.
See, I used to have back in the Laserdisc days.
You had I know you did.
Yeah, I had that way, but see, they were edited. There were new scenes in that one that I hadn't seen before.
Really?
Yeah, because
it's like a. I don't know how to do this without. There we go.
No. When they do it for television, they actually make it longer. Oddly enough, so they have to add scenes in to expand it.
But they
for
cut
TV.
out everything that's really bad. Have you ever watched the? This just reminds me. Have you ever watched the CW? I forget what it was, or maybe Christian Channel or something version of The Sopranos?
Oh God, no.
Oh, it's so amazing.
No pun intended.
Yeah, no, it's so amazing. I think it was a spoof thing that was done. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know.
Trucker.
Dude, it's like every other thing. They cut out so much. He's like, "You mother," and then all of a sudden they're driving in a car. Like it's the blatant cuts.
So the whole hour show is like 45 minutes.
It was like 25 minutes.
That's great.
But yeah, I think it was just a goof. But it's a hilarious censoring of The Sopranos. Yeah, pretty amazing.
Me likey.
Wow, that digressed quickly.
This is kind of what we're after these days.
So before we get to the news, because I know we want to talk about LaShawn McCoy, I know we want to talk about Peyton Manning, I know we want to talk about a lot of other stuff, but I want to address what's going on with Cam Newton right now.
Oh, right.
Okay, because I'm seeing him get a lot of flack for the post-game
for walking
press
out
conference.
of the thing.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I initially was the same way. I was like, this pompous MFer, like, come on, man. Like, this is your job. This is what you do.
Right. You may not be liking the situation you're in, but it's part of the gig.
But then I thought about it. And you know what? I'm clapping right now. I am refreshed by this dude's attitude.
That there's a guy who cares.
And that's the point, dude. He's a multimillionaire, supremely talented, good looking, has everything going for him in his entire life, right? And he got a
lot of haters, though.
Doesn't matter. He's succeeded at every level. Okay,
he has
done everything. He's got tons of money. He is a superstar, right? And he gets to the top of his game and fails, Kevin, which is something he's not used to.
Yes.
And when he goes to that post-game interview, you can tell it bothered him. Good for him.
Right.
It should.
And I don't know if you know this or not, but the Broncos press conference was literally right behind him through a curtain.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So he's sitting there listening, and the other reporters.
Is that true?
Yeah, the other reporter. You can actually hear the other reporters asking questions, and the defender from the Broncos saying, "Our whole game plan was, can you throw the football? Can you throw the football?" That's what our game plan was. And Cam's hearing that, so he just gets up and walks out.
Dude, here's the thing, man. I would rather.
You telling me there's not 2 rooms in that stadium where you can have press conferences separate?
That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. It's probably a press room, whatever. They separate it by a curtain. You're obligated to be there. That's fine. Here's the thing, though. Cam has gained a bajillion points in my book by being that way.
How many zeros? Is that?
I don't know, 17. Because, dude, listen, I would feel that way too.
Yeah.
If I just lost the biggest game of my career, Carolina fans should feel so good about this. If I just lost the biggest game of my career and I came in there sort of smiling and went, hey, they beat us, whatever, I'm going to go to Disneyland too, we'll be back next year, all that kind of stuff. No, I loved, now that I thought about it, initially, again, I was put off, but now that I thought about it, I loved the way that Cam reacted because it was real, Kevin. It wasn't the post-game interview was like, listen, they just
they were better teams.
They just did things, and we're going to come back next year. We're going to be strong. It wasn't the post. It was a real person reacting to real defeat and failure in his life that he has never experienced, and that is a beautiful thing, man, because he actually cares.
Liken it to Richard Sherman's reaction after playing the 49ers in the NFC Championship game 2 years ago, last year?
No. Yeah, maybe it was last year.
Right, where he blocks the pass away from Crabtree, whatever, and then he comes out and there's Aaron Andrews and he's like, yeah. He took a little heat for that too.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's that emotion, up or down, and it's real.
You gotta feel
it's
that.
the best reality show on the planet.
It is.
Because it's real emotion.
It's real.
It's not scheming, conniving, clever emotion. It's real emotion. So I'd rather see that than the put on BS.
I have much more respect for Cam Newton now than I ever did before.
Right.
You turn that off.
Ah, see, now people can't see me as much, which is good.
It's
That's
a good thing. Yeah,
it is.
You still got a little shadow there. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, but it was a refreshing, real. No, you're good, dude. Whatever. You just tilted a little bit. Our lights are a little bit bass backwards. There you go. Now you're gone. It was a real insight into what it's like to lose a major sporting event or whatever.
I don't know
the biggest goal that you ever had. I mean, that kid.
Well, I don't know if he's married or has kids or anything.
I don't either, actually.
But it's probably if he's a single guy, it's probably the biggest moment of his life that day. That moment.
Yeah, maybe.
Right.
So, it's certainly in the top 10. Yeah. Right. And here you have a guy who played his heart out, got beat. Right?
Got beat up.
Yeah, not totally his fault. Offensive line failed. People fumbled. There was a lot of mistakes made.
Plus, Denver's D is pretty damn good.
They're the best in the world right now.
Well,
they are. But he didn't make excuses. He didn't come out there and give the company line. He didn't do it. He just went, you know what, man? We lost. It sucks. I feel really crappy right now, and I just can't do this. And good for him. That the emotions overwhelmed him enough that he was willing to walk out of a press conference. Good for him, dude. So hats off to Cam Newton. I'm not going to wag the finger, Kevin, as Colbert would do. No. It's a tip of the hat to old Cam. And people should leave him alone about it. Matter of fact, they should applaud it. Because here's a professional athlete who actually cares about his gig.
I've heard some of that, basically expressed by some people. But if you hated Cam Newton going in, this is just another reason to pile it on. So, I personally think, Cam is great. I love the fact that he's having fun doing it.
I think he's...
And where there's that high, there's also that low.
I think he's probably going to be a top-level quarterback for the next decade.
Yeah.
Whether he gets back to the Super Bowl or not, that's a difficult feat, so we'll see. But
well, you know what? Here's the thing. This year, the only reason they were even close is him.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Right.
So,
So if you actually put pieces on that team, if you
Kelvin Benjamin maybe?
Put Kelvin Benjamin back in, whatever they do in the draft, free
agency. Decent running back. Jay Stu's good, but he's hurt all the time.
Right. They need somebody who can
and I don't
spell
know
him
how
he
he continued playing, by the way.
Jay Stu?
Yeah, he got twisted. He got folded in half, dude.
Yeah, who knows?
It was ugly.
Yeah, it was
really ugly.
Coming up later on, Liz Losa from Yahoo Fantasy Sports will be along to go over the list of prop bets, etc. we had to see who takes the crown this year. This is the last day that I'm holding the crown because I won it last year.
Somebody else is winning.
Somebody else won.
Yeah, suspense.
It wasn't me, that's for sure.
Suspense-filled podcast.
So let's see what else is in the news. Bill Polian, soon to be Hall of Fame. He's got the creds. Hall of Fame GM says Peyton Manning could become a GM immediately. Now, he hasn't said whether he's going to retire from the game or not, or whether he's looking to coach or going to the front office or going to the booth or what his plans may be.
I don't think he's leaving.
But Bill Polian says that Manning's a football nerd, his words, not mine, and they used to have in-depth conversations about,
he is
football.
I honestly think that Peyton Manning would be an amazing coach, an amazing GM, an amazing anything.
Yeah, I think he's going to put whatever it is.
Like, name it. Name it.
Hey there, Liz Losa. How are you?
I'm well. How are you guys?
Fabulous.
Super.
Yeah.
Bullish.
Yeah, well,
I'm sure you are, Lyle. After watching the Super Bowl.
I'm pretty pleased. But first and foremost, how'd the surgery go?
I texted Kevin a picture of myself.
I saw that picture, but
I showed it to Lyle. I didn't show any. I showed my wife, but I didn't show anybody else.
Yeah, I did see the photo.
It's not like I held it up to the camera here at Studio One.
We wouldn't do that to you.
No.
Because you look like you were in a lot of pain.
Yeah, and I said, that's the saddest looking little boo-boo face I've ever seen. Because I said, is that the bottom lip stuck out on purpose, or is it just the result? And Marilyn said, that's a boo-boo lip, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Like, it didn't hurt. Well, the thing that made me the most frustrated was the gauze in my mouth. Like, I couldn't
it's gross.
handle the gauze. And it made me just crazy. Like, I couldn't relax. I don't know. I didn't know how to pack it properly. Like, I was gushing blood. And I got all 4 of them taken out at the same time.
Yeah, it sucks.
So that was the hardest part, I think. Like, they're like, oh, go to sleep. And I was like, I can't. I'm going to choke on this. Like, I don't know what to do. And then, the doctor was like, you need to eat something before you take the painkiller. Well, how the hell am I supposed to eat
Right.
today?
What are you going to eat? Strawberry milkshake, maybe.
I had some yogurt and like 3. By the way, I should have lost 10 pounds because I still can't eat solid food. Like, I have been surviving on pudding and sashimi. And I don't have protein shake. And I don't know. I didn't
probably the
myself,
pudding.
But
it's probably the pudding. Sashimi doesn't have many calories, but yeah, man, no, it's a horrible surgery. But did they give you at least decent pain meds? See, when it happened to me, I had the top 2 done, and I was good for a while. But then I had to have the bottom 2 taken out as well. And I came back home, and unfortunately, nobody was there. My family was away for a family emergency. There was a death in the family in Ohio. So there was nobody at my house, and my heater had broken, and it was the day that the guy had decided to come and fix my heater. So I had to actually be coherent and let this guy in my house, and then he wanted to talk to me, and it was the worst experience I've ever had in my whole life. Like, everything that you're describing, like not being able to eat and packing the gauze and like the whole thing and the pain, but then I also had to like talk to this random dude.
no.
Like, to fix my heater because it was freezing. Yeah, it was like the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah, it's been I couldn't open my mouth, and like, frankly, 3 of them I guess came out quote easily, and then one side in that picture, I have like ice pack on one side of my face.
Yep.
That side of my face, even right now, it like ballooned up. The swelling is down considerably, but there's a giant, I am not being hyperbolic or exaggerating, giant bruise on that whole side of my face.
Yeah, man.
Like,
they go to work on your face, dude.
Well, like, I went out to the drugstore because it's Valentine's Day, and my kid got this stupid Valentine's Day party at his school. Even though
welcome to parenthood.
Do this for 2-year-olds? Do they have to have parties? They don't know what day of the week it is. Why are we doing this?
Yeah. Oh, I can tell you. We can talk about American commercialism, but I'll spare you. Continue.
Oh, God. So I had to go to the CVS and, like, find Valentine's for him in my, like, Norco state to put together. So I venture out to the CVS, should not have been driving.
Right.
And
people are looking at you, handing you safe space cards, Now's the time to leave, hon.
Yeah, well, I like found them, and I'm getting these looks from the people, and I'm like, why is everyone staring at me? And then I like glance up, and they have those security mirrors, that up above you for shoplifters. And I see the fact that like it looks like someone slugged me, and they're like, oh, I bet that woman
Oh, I was going to say you were wearing Crocs shorts and a sports bra or something, but no, yeah, a bruise is pretty good.
That's what I was saying. People handing her safe space cards.
Yeah.
Thinking maybe the big guy taking a shot.
Right. Yeah, it sucks, man.
Yeah.
It does. It's horrible. But you're feeling a little better now?
The drugs, though, by the way, like, they were, like, kind of fun, but they made me so nauseous because I couldn't eat enough to, like, make them worthwhile.
They won't give you the good stuff anymore because people abuse them. They won't give them to you. So they give you Percocet, probably 5s or something like that, which make you I can't take them at all. They make me just super sick. I just don't even bother. I just live with the pain.
I don't know what it was. They gave me way more than 5. I stopped taking them, which is probably stupid because they made me so sick and, like, nauseous feeling. But I will say this. When I saw you guys, so the actual procedure where they put the drugs, the IV, and the laughing gas was phenomenal.
Oh, yeah. So just hypothetically speaking, of course.
Yeah, well. Yeah.
Okay. Nitrous oxide is one of the most amazing substances on the planet. Hypothetically speaking, if a person like myself were to have taken that one time watching Natural Born Killers in the back of a movie theater, it would have been one of the most funny moments of that person's life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's an amazing drug.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, hypothetically.
Hypothetically speaking, of course, Kevin, because that would be illegal and
to take that recreationally.
I wouldn't talk about that.
No,
right?
that would be unethical and.
But yeah, that's so the gas is really good, and I don't know what they gave you, probably some kind of benzo. But yeah, the combo has got to be pretty amazing. Yeah.
I was like,
did you hallucinate at all? Last time I did it in the dentist office, I saw like burgers floating across my face, and I was trying to grab them, and they had to strap my arms down because I was trying to eat burgers.
Oh no, I had like a very looking through the looking glass, like caterpillar tangerine dream sort of experience.
Nice.
And when I woke up, the surgeon was like, "You're done." I was like, "No, put me back under."
Right, give me more. At least you didn't do anything weird. Apparently, whenever I get put under, I tend to when I first wake up, I tend to hit on all the nurses.
Oh, yeah, like you didn't do that beforehand.
Yeah, I do. I've had to do it a bunch of times because I have kidney stones and stuff, and I have lithotripsy, which they put you under for. And when I wake up, apparently I hit on all the nurses, and I don't remember any of it, but apparently they wheel me out there, and they're like, hey, Jess, take care of this guy.
Go take care of Casanova.
Yeah, he's a bit weird. Yeah,
because I promised you guys, like, I didn't end up texting you, but like because I did promise you, the big guy recorded what I said as I was still woozy but coming out of it. So what I said, like the surgeon, he's with me, we're trying to get my wits about me, and the surgeon says to the big guy, like, obviously no alcohol, no cigarettes, and I guess I turned to him and I just like with my mouth packed full of gauze, like clench my fist and go, cocaine!
That is flawless.
Is there video of this, or is it just audio?
That's so bizarre.
There isn't video of that, but there is video as I was leaving and saying goodbye to the staff. I walked out and I gave them the peace sign, kissed my fingers, and said, "Yo, tweet at me." And walked out.
Dude, that's some superstar stuff right there, yo. I think you were preparing for Kanye status because that is some Kanye.
Tweet at me, yo.
Tweet at me, yo.
And I kissed my peace sign.
Of course, yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Did you fist bump your chest?
Yeah, you thump the chest and then throw it up.
No,
thump the chest?
No dabbing.
Oh, okay.
No
dabbing.
Then I just proceeded to pass out in the car.
Oh, it's so good.
When Joel woke me up again, I just said, I can't do this.
Yeah, you get so weird when you're on those meds. It's really crazy, man. Like, when you think about it, like you're coming out of stuff and you're so confused and like they're super powerful, the drugs.
And the people that are in control of you in those situations are so powerful and they don't really realize the evil they could do.
I know. Well, when my daughter did it, right? I mean, we recorded everything. We kept it private, but we showed it to her. And of course, internally in the family, we all laughed our asses off. But I mean, she said some crazy, like she was worried about vampires coming to take her over. And
Well, she does watch a lot of horror movies.
she does, yeah.
Now,
That's true. That's true. That's a good point.
Watching Fallon last night, Ryan Reynolds was on talking about Deadpool. And apparently some girl had gotten her wisdom teeth out and was hallucinating that she'd missed seeing Deadpool. Like she thought Deadpool had come out already and she missed it. So she was crying. She's like, I missed Deadpool.
Was that on YouTube or something?
Right. So this goes viral, right?
And I didn't see that.
And he sees it.
That's
right?
amazing.
So he sent her airline tickets, hotel, and tickets to the premiere in New York 2 nights ago. So there's pictures of her standing with her brother and Ryan Reynolds. And
what a great dude.
He's like, it's great when I see stuff like this and I'm able to spend Fox's money on something so frivolous as this.
Yeah, dude, I freaking love that guy. I bet he is super cool to hang out, like have a beer, shoot pool with. Like he would just be a funny dude to hang out with.
Well, you saw Van Wilder, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, I have a feeling that's him.
He has a new movie that just came out called Mississippi Grind, which is really good. Which is about, ironically enough, like kind of drinking and gambling and shooting darts and stuff.
Is that with Cooper?
No. I forget the dude's name.
Yeah, anyway.
But it's Ryan Reynolds anyway.
We are doing everything but football talk.
Yeah, let's talk about that big game, shall we?
All right, so Liz got bad news for you. We didn't pull it off, so.
No, I know we got our butt kicked.
Coming into this week, Lyle had 11, I had 10, and Liz had 9. So the game was a 5.5 point spread, and Carolina was given the points. Liz and I both took Carolina, given the points. Lyle took Denver. He gets the notch there.
Yeah.
The over/under was 44.5. Yeah, the under wins that. You guys had the under. I had the over.
Yeah.
Coin toss was tails. I had tails, so I get 1.
Okay.
You guys had
I
heads.
had heads.
The coin toss winner, Liz and I took Denver. Lyle took Carolina. They won it, but deferred, so you get the point there.
Thank you.
Team that was first to score was Denver. You got the point there.
Thank you.
Well, the team that scores first wins. We all 3 said yes, and it was Denver, so we all 3 get a point there.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Fair enough.
Total team points, Carolina's over-under was 24.5. I took the over. You guys took the under, so you guys got the point.
Yep.
Total team points, Denver over-under 20. I took the over. Lyle took the over. Liz, you didn't.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Yeah, highest scoring quarter. I had Liz, you had 1. Lyle had 2. I had 3. And the fourth quarter was the highest scoring quarter
right?
based on the 2-point conversion.
Oh, it was the 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
I actually had that calculated wrong when I was at home. Okay.
Total field goals made over under was 3.5. I took the under. Liz took the over. Lyle took the under. Liz gets the points. 4 field goals.
It was 4.
Missed extra point. I said yes. You guys said no. We know how that turned out. Defense or special teams TD. We all said yes. We all got a point. First TD scored. I said J Stu. Liz said Cam. Lyle said Sanders. It was a defender, Jackson.
Yeah.
Let's see. So
missed a point there.
Will Cam break the Super Bowl rushing record? Lyle said no. And yeah.
You and Liz both said yes.
Yeah, we did.
How many rushing yards did he have?
I don't know. Not even close.
Yeah.
Archie Manning shown over under 2.5. From all indications that I could see during the game, it was only 2.
It was 2.
So Lyle and I had the under. Liz had the over. So Lyle and I get a point. Manning TDs, Manning interceptions over under 1.5. Lyle and I had the under. It was 1. Lyle and I get a point. Peyton shown crying. Everybody said no. And the answer was, and we all should have gotten the point there, actually. I
wish we had a Budweiser ad from Peyton over under, because apparently it was 2.
There were 2.
Yes.
So we all got a point there. I miscalculated that, so I'm going to give us each a point, because we said no. The answer was no. So.
It was no.
Will Peyton announce retirement? I said yes. You guys said no. But here's the thing. He mentioned Budweiser twice.
Did he announce retirement?
He didn't. But the deal is, he's not announcing retirement, but everybody's going, does this mean something? Active players are not allowed to talk about, or not allowed to sponsor beer on air.
Okay.
He mentioned Budweiser twice, so maybe he's thinking, what are you going to do? Kick me out? I'm leaving anyway.
No. I don't. He didn't announce retirement, but I think it was just a slip. I think
twice?
I think he's just like, hey, I'm going to have some buds. Like, maybe that's his beer he likes. And dude,
he has ownership.
What are they going to do? Even if he wants to play next year, what are they going to do?
I don't know.
Have fun. Have fun fining or suspending one of the greatest quarterbacks ever who just won the Super Bowl.
What they tried to do last year with Tom Brady.
Yeah, well, he cheated. Different.
Yeah, but that's
Allegedly.
Patriots are cheaters and that whole
Right.
thing. That's totally different.
See, Liz, what I got to put up with? Allegedly.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, but he has ownership interest in a couple of distributorships in Texas.
Does he?
Anheuser-Busch
Good
distributorship.
for him then for
Yeah.
plugging on the biggest stage ever for free.
Yeah.
That's a brilliant marketing move.
Yeah.
Good for him. He should. I
Are
would.
you kidding me? He is a freaking wind-up toy. I think his human skin is starting to itch. Like, the most disgusting... We can talk about this later, but, like, yeah, I'm glad he's riding off into the sunset.
Is
but
he?
I think it's a little bit weird that Papa John gets a kiss before his wife.
Wow.
Well, his wife wasn't on the field, but, you know.
And Papa John's also paid him a
I was going to say, Papa John's made him a hell of a
lot
lot
of
more money
money
than Mrs. Manning has. That's
And
for damn
pro-
sure.
Maybe more than the
He
Broncos.
gave him a legacy, 2 boys, right? I think
Oh,
they're
I
twins
mean,
or something.
that's true.
I'm
but
sure Mrs. Manning got taken care of later on.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
and well before,
Yeah.
you know, in the
After
kiss
the
and
ice
cash
bath.
department.
There's got to be a post Super Bowl stupping at some point, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
You
Peyton
would
was a little
think.
tired to give her the business.
Well, I mean, maybe it wasn't that day, but you know, there's got to be some celebratory.
how did this degenerate all of a
I
sudden?
don't know, but it does.
Any chance to use the word shtup, Lyle takes. Color liquid poured on the coach. I said none. Liz said clear. Lyle said yellow. It was orange.
Yeah.
No
so
winner
we-
there.
we all
MVP,
suck.
Cam Manning. The answer was actually Von Miller.
I never would have guessed that.
So the total, you know, we were saying somebody probably on the defense, but
said that,
who's
yeah.
to say?
Yeah.
Lyle had 13 rights. Liz had 8 rights. I had 6 rights. So the final tally is I had 15 total. Liz had 17 total. And L-Dog had
Champion.
25
25.
total.
Wow.
25. So you're sucking hind tet yet again.
I go worst to first, babe. I'm never in the middle.
That's what you do?
Worst to first.
You're back and forth.
Yeah, that's what I-
25 points. You know, I
Does
changed up
that
my...
make me the meat in a fantasy football guy sandwich?
That's what it means.
Yes, Liz.
I'm
I would not have put it that way, but since you
Lyle's taking the front.
offered it,
I'm bringing up the rear.
right. So,
And I'm all right with that.
you know, I mean, you know, it is what it is, Liz.
Thanks, Kevin.
And we should both apologize to you
Yeah, yeah.
because we're sorry. Like BP, you know, we're sorry.
Okay.
You know,
Mustard on my front and mayo on my back.
wow.
You guys, I'm still taking the meds.
are you
I don't
still-
know.
are
Maybe
you
there's
still
some
mad?
residual.
You know that's already on a Mojo soundboard. Like he's already got it.
Mojo Hell.
He's mixing
on
it,
my soundboard.
He's mixing it down right now.
Oh, that's funny.
It's going to be a remix on YouTube tomorrow.
You're the best, Liz.
Yeah, thanks for another great season, Liz. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully you'll be back next year. We could do it again, and I'll win again, obviously. But I do want to say that the stuff that you brought this year, like the like super underground deep nuggets, man, you hit on way more than you missed on stuff that I didn't even consider. So hats off to you and Yahoo.
Yeah.
Great hire.
Yeah, you definitely
Because
went deep this year.
you obviously know your stuff, and just thank you again for classing up the joint, Liz.
Oh, well, thank you guys. You know that I adore you and you know, am happy to plug you and promote you. And we never talked about the fact that when I called you from the Mavericks game, I was kind of loopy as well.
Well,
A little bit. There seems to be a trend here, Liz.
yeah. We left it alone because I don't know. Is it sensitive? I don't know. Yeah, we don't want to bring that up because, you know, maybe it was a little weird for you. But if you want to talk about it, we're glad to.
I don't really recall most of it.
Oh,
so I
it
just
was
went
so
after
amazing.
that phone call.
It was
like,
glorious
oh,
because you were
not
really
good.
pissed that Dirk Nowitzki wasn't playing.
Yeah.
You were really pissed about that. Like, you were really angry.
Yeah.
You were like, I come all the way out to a Mavericks game and Nowitzki's not playing? What am I doing here?
Liz, you dropped an F-bomb
You
on our
did
show.
drop an F-bomb. You did.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's okay. We do it all the fucking time.
Fuck it.
Do.
Yeah. But it was funny because we kind of have this internal contest to like who actually curses first, and we make fun of that. We're like, oh, you fucked it up.
But once we do,
but once we do, it's just like, fuck it. It's already explicit, so let's just fucking do it. But on that particular episode, you were the first person to do it. And that's never happened before. So that was pretty funny.
yeah, we enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was missed. I was missed about that for sure because I thought it'd be awesome. Like, when else am I going to see one of the greats?
Well,
play?
if you ever want to review it, it's live on the internet forever, so you can listen to yourself.
You can listen to it on podcast. You can see our reactions to what you say on video on our YouTube
On
channel.
YouTube, so it's out there, Liz, forever and
I think
ever.
I also plugged the Stephen Tim though on that same episode.
You did,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
you did,
Good.
yeah.
I like those dudes. They don't think they have Maryland accents, which is adorable. But
You know what's funny
Good
is
podcast.
I'm sort of used to it because we live so close. And maybe Kevin is too.
Yeah.
'Cause we live so close, but they totally do.
We're literally 5 miles from the Maryland-Delaware line.
Yeah, and from where Timmy lives, it's probably 45 minutes. So it's not a long haul. It's the same to get to like Lincoln Financial Field as it would be to Baltimore.
Yeah, we're referring to the fantasy hockey guys, Tim and Steve.
We are.
Yeah.
We also got the fantasy baseball guys coming up, Liz. We're doing 2 podcasts ourselves, Kevin and I. We're going to do a
Non-sports
a
version.
totally fucked up podcast. We're going to do a random podcast where we discuss a random topic. And we got my cousin, who is Kyle Conkeal, ironically and horribly enough. He's in L.A. He's a musician in L.A., and he's going to do a podcast for us called Tour Bus Confidential. Which is an inside look into the music scene. So we got a lot of stuff coming up. It's going to be pretty cool.
cool. Well, I'm excited to check all of it out. I will be listening. I'm doing some fantasy baseball this year as well, but I love the fantasy hockey. Well, I love hockey in general, and so I've been excited to dig in on that. I like the guys' show because it's just not, it's like you guys, like you're just
Yep.
chatting about hockey, and it's not as stats driven or segment driven. It's just not.
You know what it is?
I've been-
You know what it is, Liz? It's 2 guys who know a lot about hockey, and I mean a fuck ton about hockey.
Yeah.
But
Oh my
they're
God.
super passionate about the
talking
sport.
about people talk about where that guy went to the juniors.
Yeah.
And, the Syracuse.
Oh, dude,
Crush, and
it's
incredible.
sick the stuff they know. But the thing is, they're just 2 guys who are super passionate about the sport, and that's what comes through. Like you listen to those guys talk, and you're like, "Wow, these dudes love." And they both play hockey recreationally.
I know, they're
like
good.
they're super big into it. So I mean, that's the thing I think that comes through to me, and I'm like, "Wow, these guys." And that's the thing that Kevin and I have. We have a horrible rapport, obviously, but we both love the sport of football. So and you do as well, and I think that comes through, man. We were talking about Cam earlier today, and I think that it's a similar kind of thing where people gave him a bunch of shit about the post game press conference. He should feel that way. He should feel really bad. He loves the sport. He wants to win. Like, he should feel like that. Every Carolina Panther fan, true blood Carolina Panther fan, felt the same exact way Cam did.
Absolutely, and I applaud him for being
Me too.
his authentic self and
Me
not
too.
some robot a la Peyton Manning with this pre-rehearsed soundbite at the ready.
Yep.
We're going to get on.
Yep.
I think I told you when I interviewed Russell Wilson, I was like, the guy is dead behind the eyes.
Yep.
I have no interest in his.
Yep.
I don't buy into his whole media image. I would rather have somebody if we're going to bemoan the bygone era of Jim McMahon. I just watched the '85 Bears 30 for 30, so that's
That
fresh
is
in my mind.
so damn good. It was so
yeah,
good.
we don't have that anymore. And
Well,
I don't.
We do. It just was a punter from Minnesota.
Oh, you have Johnny Manziel who has a beer, and the next thing you know, he's getting kicked out of Cleveland because he
Yeah.
went to a party, or it's
Well, he did more than that, Kevin. I mean, his girlfriend. said
Well, she says.
Wow,
Well, I
Kevin,
totally
really?
believe it.
Well,
I
it may be
totally-
true,
That guy
but-
does not seem like a good guy.
That's true, but she said he denies it. So we can't convict him in the court of public opinion.
There are
yet.
allegations, though. But I think the
Oh, is
point,
the guy an asshat? Yes.
But I think the point is that it's refreshing to see a professional athlete, a millionaire, spoiled since forever is the public perception, right? Come out and go, fuck this. I just can't do it. You know,
Yeah.
I'm out. And good
Or
for
to
him,
see-
dude. Good
Or
for
to
him.
see Josh Norman cry.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
he didn't lose that game. Both defenses did their job.
They played really well. You know what? It was
Yeah.
it was a lot of mistakes on the Carolina offense and an outstanding effort by individual players on Denver's defense. That's what it was.
Josh Norman did his job, though. He took away
He did.
from Marius Thomas.
He did.
Yep.
He did. I mean, Peyton Manning didn't beat him.
Yeah,
They
if
beat
not for the
themselves.
turnovers in the wrong territory, who knows what could have happened? Mm-hmm. You know,
Yeah.
even if
There
you
were
punt
some
those
clock
balls,
management issues and
right?
You know,
If you punt those away instead of have turnovers
Fumbling,
there,
who knows? Yeah, fumbling, yeah, interceptions,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a totally different game. But that's what's great about the sport of football.
it is. So what we try to do with the fantasy hockey guys and the fantasy baseball guys, we try to take the Kevin and Lyle model, which is two guys who know each other,
talk.
and we're not putting two strangers together. We're putting two friends together.
Just have a
We
conversation.
talk to a guy, Jason. We'll do this show. Yeah. Do you know another guy? Yeah, I do. Well, let's get it done.
Have a conversation.
Yep. Just talking.
Awesome.
Let's talk about it.
Well, it's great. If you ever need a guest on one of your other pods, feel free to reach out to me. You know I'm always game to play along with you guys.
Don't
are
play with
Tim
us.
and Steve, Tim sounds like he's a cutie.
Tim
not-
is, so I'm going to tell you right now, Tim is one of my close personal friends. And he is the most amazing, nice person you'll ever meet in your whole life.
But
I don't.
Not
is he
but.
good looking?
There's no but. He's just an amazing, nice person.
Well, I thought you
here's
were
the
gonna
thing.
say he's not a
here's what's
cutie.
weird. Here's what's cool about Tim, right? He is super tatted up. He was actually in an episode of The Wire, naked.
great.
He played a corpse because he's super tatted up. And they, in the series, he had died from a drug overdose behind a toilet, and they were trying to figure out if he was murdered or not. He fell behind a hopper or something. And they were like, oh, it's just clearly heroin, all this stuff. Tim has never had a drink of alcohol in his entire life.
but he's skinny and he's got
He's
tats.
skinny and he's super tatted up. So he ended up, and he lives in Baltimore. So he ended up in this episode of The Wire. And what's really funny is another guy that we work with. I used to work with Tim. And this other guy, he has the clip on his phone. And anytime we were in a room with people and Tim is super shy, he'd be like, hey, have you guys ever seen Tim on The Wire? And they'd be like, no. And he'd pull it up, and dude, they would pan down, and Tim's junk is right there. Like, he's a corpse. He's a corpse on a table. And they would pan down to Timmy's junk, and everybody would be like, whoa. And this it was Rob. You know Rob.
Oh, yeah.
And Rob would be like, yeah. Now you know what Timmy's junk looks like. And poor Tim would be just super red-faced. But anyway, yeah. So that's a cool
Well,
story.
you kind of have to know that's going to happen. If you show your junk on film somewhere, your boys are going to see it and show everybody.
He's not proud about it, but he's just a really sort of shy, super nice guy that just happens to have a lot of tattoos.
and apparently impressive junk.
I mean, it's not horrible, I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5.
Oh my!
This has
Why?
really gone south.
So you're saying he's got a 9 out of 10 set of junk?
Sure, why not? It's been a while though, Kevin. I haven't
let's put
reviewed
it this
since
way.
20.
I'm not going to go looking for it.
2007.
Let's put it that way.
Oh, I'll show it to you.
great.
I'll text Rob
Brings,
after the show, and I'll make
Great.
sure we have the clip.
I've never actually met Tim in person. So if I
yeah,
actually
he's
get to see his junk before I
He's a
meet
great
him,
dude, and his wife's super awesome. His
I'm
daughter's
sure, yeah.
the most amazing little kid
Brings
ever.
a whole new meaning to high sticking.
oh,
And that is an excellent point.
wow.
Well,
So,
Liz,
guys, I'm gonna bid you adieu. It was an awesome season.
Thank you. Thank you
if
for
anyone
cutting
wants
us loose.
If
Hey.
anyone wants, now I'm going to try to be credible. If anyone wants to check out, I'm currently doing a series that posts every Thursday on the Roto Arcade at Yahoo Sports. It's called While You Were Away. I'm nerding out over it now that the season's over, but I basically, every week, so last week I did running backs, and they were guys who, over the last 4 to 5 weeks of the season, lit it up when a lot of people aren't paying attention, whether it's because, they're holiday shopping or their team is out of the playoff hunt, so they kind of check out. So took a look at 5 guys who lit it up towards the end of 2015 and, have a chance to continue that momentum into 2016.
Like C.J. Anderson last year.
Yeah.
Like the Carolina Panthers, they're kind of who inspired it, truthfully. I was
Yeah.
like, man,
Yeah.
the Panthers, and then they dominated and everyone had written them off. So, like, Rashad Jennings closed out 2015 huge. Can he do that in 2016? Should he at least be on your radar heading into the off-season as we go into, like, free agency, OTAs, et cetera, et cetera? So, right now I'm working on wide receivers, and then next week I'll do a quarterbacks and tight ends mashup, 5 guys every week. So
Cool.
Awesome.
Take a look at that.
And what's it called, Liz? What's it called? The
It's
series?
called While You Were Away.
While You Were Away. Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll tweet it out. We'll throw it out there, man. That sounds amazing. As a matter of fact, I might read it myself and keep it to myself.
Right. Well, you can't
thank
because
you.
no, I'm going to read it. No, I'll know.
Well, damn it.
So, Liz, if you're traveling this summer to the east, if you come back east, let us know. Maybe Lyle won't be
I am.
watching his kids. And,
Are you? If
Yep,
it's
I
not
am.
during Firefly, we're good.
Yeah.
Just,
It's probably it's always that same end of June time.
Nah, if it's Firefly, I'm screwed.
Wife and I'll go out with you again, Liz. It was a lot
Okay,
of fun.
sounds good. Hopefully
fun.
this time I don't get the flu.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. Well, Liz,
All right, guys. Thank you for an awesome season.
Thank you
Thank
so
you for
much,
an
Liz,
awesome season.
for tolerating this.
yeah, we're putting up with our asses.
Adore you. Talk to you whenever you reach out, but certainly sometime before June.
Sounds good.
Sounds good, Liz.
All right. Bye-bye.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you, mean it. Liz Losa from Yahoo Sports, the most amazing female fantasy commentator we have ever known.
And one of the best, period. Gender
Dude,
non-specific.
Non-specific. She knows her shit. We've already been cussing.
Plus, she's, in her mind, thought about a TFFG sandwich.
She has. Also, she's ridiculously hot.
There's
If you
that.
haven't seen that. I mean, I'm not trying to objectify, but I am. So, anyway.
Yeah, that's pretty important.
It is.
As those things
I
go.
mean, she's smoking hot.
Building a website can be tough. Trust us, we know. And even if you do know your way around coding, creating something that looks good and works well is a time-consuming affair.
Whether it's for a business site, a portfolio, a restaurant, or whatever else, these days you need to be on the web.
Well, luckily, Squarespace makes it easy to build beautiful websites without breaking a sweat.
That's right, Kevin. Squarespace provides simple, powerful, and beautiful websites that look professionally designed regardless of your skill set, with no coding required.
Not only does Squarespace provide you with intuitive and easy-to-use tools with which to create your website, Squarespace also has state-of-the-art technology powering your site to ensure security and stability.
And you can trust Squarespace for your website needs when millions of people and some of the most respected brands in the world trust them too.
You just can't beat the ease and simplicity of Squarespace.
Plus, Squarespace gives you 24/7 online support and a beautiful website.
So what are you waiting for? Start a trial with no credit card required and start building your website today.
When you decide to sign up for Squarespace, make sure to use the offer code FFG to get 10% off your first purchase and to show your support for us, the Fantasy Football Guys.
We thank Squarespace for their support.
Yes, we
Go
do.
check those dudes out.
Yeah. It's a pretty sick product, man.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? There's no reason why we shouldn't use
We
it.
probably should.
Yeah.
Just start spawning sites.
Well,
off.
because we're gonna have the random thing. We're gonna
Right.
have to put
Fantasy-
something up for that.
I thought about it too.
Yeah. I mean, we have to have some
Then I
sort
felt
of
a little lazy because coding is what I do for a living. But then again, if they got templates out there and I just click buttons and just throw it up,
all we need is some sort of forum or
and
something.
if you sign up, they give you a free domain name.
Yeah.
Like if you
Well,
pay.
it's too late. I already bought it.
Did you?
I did.
Oh yeah, they do. They give you a free domain if you sign up, and and they let you try it for free. Like it's pretty sick.
Basically, build your site. You want to publish it, then that's
Then
when
it's-
you pay.
Right, then you pay. Yeah,
And that's the cool part. So check
It
them
is.
out.
Check out Squarespace.
Lyle and I design. Sometimes it's good to just use that WYSIWYG drag and drop deal.
I write a shit ton of code too, and it's hard.
That's the second time you've used the phrase shit ton.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Well, we could go on, but I think we've
think-
crowned this
Do you
year's
want to talk
champ.
about McCoy real quick?
Yeah, might as
Just
well talk
for a
about
second,
McCoy.
because I really got to pee. But
Okay, that was kind of random.
well, no, it's not random. I just drank this entire Guinness while we were talking to Liz, and evacuation is necessary.
I
But
see.
I
Have
do
you seen
wanna
the
t-
video?
No.
There's a video.
Is there? Is McCoy involved?
I see
Can
him.
you see
I
him?
see him throw a punch.
All right.
I can see him throw a.
So they're
punch.
saying he's going to be arrested immediately. And what I thought was funny is that on ESPN they brought up the whole girls only party Bills logo thing,
Right.
and saying that McCoy's no trouble or no stranger to trouble. And I was like, like that was kind of being like a typical jock dude, like saying, hey, chicks get in free, dude's got to pay $25 or whatever.
Right.
You know,
it's called ladies' night. Every bar does it.
Right. So, I mean, I didn't see a big thing there. Apparently, this is a big deal. But, and this is all alleged, and we don't know anything about it. From what I've read, and I've read a bunch of articles about this, it sounds like it was kind of a mutual thing that kind of happened, and these dudes just happened to have badges.
Right. See,
And-
to me,
and
an
they
off-duty cop is also known as a citizen.
Right.
If they're off-duty and they get into a
But they're
tussle,
not. But they're not.
I know. But if an off-duty cop gets into a tussle and doesn't identify himself as a cop, who cares if he's a cop?
I've known people who have, James and John, two of my best friends growing up, got into a fight with two cops at a bar. And they both got charged with assaulting a police officer, even though they didn't know that those dudes were cops until after they were arrested and already at the station.
Yeah.
They had no idea. They were in the bar apparently doing an undercover thing, and they got into a fight with another guy, and one of the other dudes wasn't even, like James and John, they're brothers. John wasn't even involved in it. He was just sitting there, and something hit him, and he ended up in the scuffle, and then James jumped in because it was his brother.
Right.
And they both got charged. And they had nothing to do with the initial altercation, like nothing to do with any of it. So it's a real thing. It's hard to speculate like what happened, but at the same time, fights happen in these kinds of situations. And I think that we need to remove the police officer aspect from it. You know, if they would have identified themselves, hey, we're police, stop, then it becomes a different situation.
Right.
But if it's people sitting in a bar and some shit goes down.
Right. If somebody's being an asshole and they need to be popped, and you pop them, they go, I'm a cop, you're going to be... Hey, that's BS. You know what I mean?
But it happens, though. And
It's
we
just-
don't know what happened. I mean, maybe they said they were cops from the gate and some people hit them. We don't know.
Never know.
We have no idea. But I just wanted to address it and say, it's messed up. And LaShawn is probably in some deep trouble right now. It'll be interesting to see how the NFL reacts.
Right. Well...
Because, zero tolerance, all this shit. But that's LaShawn McCoy, one of the most popular players in the league.
Yeah, but he plays for Buffalo.
That's true.
Just joking, Buffalo
He's
Bills
not
fan.
in Philly anymore, bitches.
Yeah, if he was a New York Giant or, I don't know, anywhere in the NFC, basically,
Yeah.
it'd be better. Yeah, I'm just doing my best to piss off everybody.
Hey, Angie.
Yeah, the Cowboys
suck. And Buzz, that freaking barbecue sauce is amazing, dude. I want like a bajillion bottles of it. I'm going to go buy some now. BuzzBQ.com or something like that.
Buzz's
What was it?
yeah, it's right on the bottle. You took the bottle.
I took all the bottles.
So
Buzz's Barbecue.
here's the thing. Like at least once every month, sometimes twice a month.
We're going to come back.
No, wait, no, this is something different.
Oh, is it?
I see a thing on Facebook where one of my Dallas Cowboys friends posts two Eagles sitting side by side. One of them says, "What's a Super Bowl?" And the other goes, "We don't know. We're Eagles." Like at least once a month, I see
Yeah,
this,
you
right?
see that, yeah.
So whenever something pops up, I'm not going to put up old stuff about Dallas because that's just not how I roll. But if I see a new thing,
Yeah.
I don't
It
hesitate.
just goes out.
So I saw it was a picture of Bruno Mars and it says Bruno Mars 3 more Super Bowl appearances than Tony Romo.
That is flawless.
Man, it's perfect. So I immediately shared and wrote a post
Yeah.
naming my Cowboys friends.
Hey, Angie, suck on that.
That might be a little.
Was that a little far? That was Bruno Mars. It wasn't like a...
Okay, I guess.
Yeah, it wasn't a thing.
Didn't know if you were
Yeah.
being that guy.
We'll be back in 2 weeks. We're going to start random up next week, probably. I don't know
we're
when
gonna
we'll
record
launch
it. We're
gonna
not gonna-
record it.
right.
Yeah, we're going to do stuff and,
So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about random topics, hopefully sticking around one,
And then
have you have the opportunity to go on the website and comment on our comments.
Yeah, and then also suggest another random topic. Maybe we'll pick a random topic out of the suggestions. It'll be totally random. Maybe we'll do it via tweets or something. Like,
We'll try to stay topical,
Yeah, we'll try. But if we vary, it's a random podcast, Kevin.
Anything can happen. Beforehand, we were talking about, just before the show, we were talking about stuff. We're like, we got to record this.
Yeah, it's just
What'll happen is when we're going to get ready to do the random thing, we'll sit here and look at each other and go, well, what do you want to talk about?
What do you want to
I
talk
don't
about?
know. What do you want to Anyway.
We'll just ramble on.
That's kind of what we do anyway.
I think we can figure it out.
And somehow we were able to clock together another 50-minute pile of some sort of
mostly
football.
Liz talking about her drug-induced weird experiences.
Which I enjoy.
I could listen to for several hours, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll be back to, well, I can't promise it's going to be all football next time. But we're going to be talking about free agency. We're going to talk about, of course, Marshawn Lynch retired. Megatron's looking to retire.
Yep.
People are starting to say, are they Hall of Famers? So we can have those discussions.
Oh, man, that's a difficult topic. I think Megatron probably
Lynn Swann says no.
Maybe didn't have the career, but he's certainly one of the best of our time. That's not a question.
Yeah.
But they defined an entire catch rule around him.
Or not.
Influence on the game, quote unquote.
So, that's the kind of stuff that's going to have to be, you have to use that room down there.
I do have to go pee.
All right, we're out. Lyle's got to piss. All right, talk to you in a couple weeks, bitches.
Peace out.